Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to do this video with you because we are cooking up a storm tonight and we are making 3 different recipes, all great for suppers, all plant-based and all family friendly. I love dump and go recipes, especially during the week when the kids have to get to school and I have to get to work. I actually did all of this prep in the morning before I went to work and just had everything in the Instant Pot ready to go for when I got home from work at dinner time. I do want to share some fun facts about some of the ingredients that you'll see in these recipes in this video, and I'll start here with garlic. Garlic is awesome because it can help to lower blood pressure, regulate your cholesterol, and stimulate immunity. This recipe is using white beans, and a recipe later in the video is going to use chickpeas. Really, all beans and legumes are really healthy and great to eat, and they are associated with a longer lifespan in pretty much around the globe in any country that you study. Freezer burnt blob that I just dropped in the Instant Pot was a tablespoon of tomato paste. I never end up using a full can of tomato paste when I'm cooking or baking something, so we will actually scoop the leftover from the can onto some wax paper and freeze individual tablespoons of it and then throw it in a bag, and then it's easy to just toss into a recipe the next time you're cooking something. Soup, so it's just some fresh parsley minced up with a clove of garlic and the zest of a lemon, and then all mixed together and sprinkled on top of each individual bowl. Is the dry mix for the homemade mac and cheese sauce. All you have to do is add all of these ingredients to a food processor and just blend it and mix it together, and it can store in your fridge for 3 months, and you just need a cup of it mixed with a few other ingredients each time you want to make the sauce for your mac and cheese. The yellow flakes that I'm adding into this recipe are nutritional yeast, and if you haven't heard of it, I would suggest looking it up and reading a little bit about it. It's really good. It has a cheesy flavor, and so it's great for adding to savory recipes, and it's actually a really good source of vitamin B12. The only people who probably should be careful about eating it is those that have a diagnosis of Crohn's. So now that the dry mix is made, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a serving of the sauce. So you can see that along with the dry mix, you do need to have some miso paste, some coconut oil, and some almond milk. And this is so simple. You just throw it all into the blender, and you could heat it up on the stove if you want. I just pour it right on the noodles, and the noodles heats it up more than enough. And because of the nutritional yeast in the ground mustard, you do get that nice yellow color, but without any of the dye. This is also a really great recipe for leftovers because you can send it with your kid to school the next day. Our last recipe is a potato gnocchi chickpea soup, and I'm actually sharing a little bit more footage of this one only because Finn is helping me with all the prep. Those are his little hands helping me cut up some celery, and he doesn't always want to help in the kitchen, but when he does and he's eager, it's actually a lot of fun. So I wanted to capture a little bit of this moment together. Did try to help me with this onion. We got a couple cuts in, and he said, "Mommy, this is stinging my eyes." So he did ask me to take over for this part. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but you can use vegetable broth to saute veggies if you don't want to use oil. My little helper's giving everything a stir and adding the salt and pepper. actually doubled this recipe for our family so that we would have lots of leftovers. So I ended up using an entire bag of the potato gnocchi, and you'll see that I'm adding a ton of garlic. So don't be alarmed, that's because it's a double of the recipe, but I do love my garlic. At this point, I had lost my helper to a screen, but he did a good job with what he was able to help with. Coconut milk really helps to make soups and things like that really creamy without having to use heavy cream or any kind of like dairy product to get that creaminess. Those are the 3 recipes, and I will have them linked down below in the description because they are not my recipes. I got them off of Pinterest and from a duo named Plant-Based Juniors, who I think I've mentioned before, but if you haven't checked them out, check them out on Instagram because they have really great ideas and recipes. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.